This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdogs hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you use the code SGPN.
This is my team, Cleese, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Howdy.
What's happening?
Feel like we just did a show.
Yeah, we did. We just knocked out the NFL Props podcast with our buddy CJ Sullivan from Bottom Line Bombs. But weekend is coming. College basketball is heating up. Joining us from the college experience to talk all things college hoops, Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
Like a blind man in an orgy, I'm gonna have to feel my way out of what Kramer just said right before we hit live.
Colby was very, very upset that Kramer hadn't seen all the Naked Gun movies.
That isn't what I said. I said, and we can finish the conversation here, I guess. I said I'm not sure I've seen all the Naked Gun movies because there will be times that a reference is made to a Naked Gun movie and I immediately understand it. And there are other times like that what happened earlier. Now it could be that I just, don't have room for in the brain for everything and it's been phased out. But
wow.
I had a moment where I was like, I have no idea what Colby's talking about. So either I had a senior moment or I have in fact not seen a Naked Gun movie.
Flag on the play, and by the way, I still want us to order flags for the studio. Flags for the studio, both yours and mine. Wait a second here, folks. I referenced Reggie Jackson in the Naked Gun, the only Naked Gun, right? The first fucking one, and you had no idea what I was talking about.
Well, there are. I mean, I see what you're doing here. There are multiple Naked Gun movies, but yeah, I've seen Naked Gun. I've seen the movie. I don't know why I can't remember this. I have zero memory.
I must kill the queen.
Spot.
Yeah.
Complete black spot of the scene.
I must kill.
That's never happened to you where you just like you go to retrieve a memory and there's just nothing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've blank spaces in my memory many a times.
Well, so there's a blank spot in this memory.
Yeah. Well,
I did probably watch it.
Good reason to rewatch Naked Gun.
Yeah, I have. Well,
not the remake, the OG,
the one that they just put out, right? 2025.
I have not seen that one.
Don't do it.
I can't imagine it's good.
Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. That'll get you angry.
Come on, we can make new movies. We can come up with new ideas, people.
Yes. Let's see. We got college basketball picks. Got a nice slate here. We've been on look at our record, 19-9 on our consensus picks at 68%. Colby last week 3-0 on his locks, 67% locks.
Wow.
I'm at 58% locks. Kramer 58% locks. We've been on a nice run here.
Colby hasn't got a dog wrong.
No, 4-0 on his dogs. I'm 33.
I got recognized at a Starbucks today, so I'm glad to see this is it's channeling down. Now,
what were you ordering over at Starbucks?
We went in there. We got had the whole family there. White Tiger made an appearance at the Starbucks, and then just getting some coffee, some good shit. We got and
Give
then
him an espresso shot, White Tiger. Get fired up.
No, he gets the apple juice, man. I hook him up with the juice box apple juice. Big fan of that. It makes him shit often though, but it's then someone came over and said, "Mr. Pick Dundee, is that you?" And I said, "Holy shit!" Right? Yeah.
No, that's a nice flex in front of your wife, right? Like, hey, see, honey, you're with a famous star. You should have done the move where you go, you know what? I get that all the time. That guy must be really famous. What's his deal?
Well, here's the dangerous part is, and this is why my wife was not super excited, was that, and he goes, is that white tiger? So that is where it gets, it gets a little dicey. Is that white tiger? I go, yes, that is white tiger. So
it's
yeah,
an alias.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had this all planned out, right? But
I think it's fair to have a that seems. I mean, it is.
White Tiger does sound like a guy who's running drugs. Or he's like one of those guys in the Narcos.
Well, you know,
the heat is in the hat. White Tiger's bringing the sub up from below the equator.
Colby's wife is from South America. Perhaps that's where the sensitivity lies.
White Tiger does sound like a guy at like a biker bar, known trafficker. Now, White Tiger.
When White Tiger's older, Colby, that's going to be where the real flex comes in. I got spotted at the Bellagio.
Wow.
When I was there with the family, we were at that fake garden area, and I just hear a very loud "Kramer dog, let it ride." I was just like, "Hey man, what's up?"
I thought it was going to be, I want a dick rubbed on my face right in front of your family.
We haven't played that one in a.
I want a dick rubbed on me tonight.
We haven't played that drop.
I'll be like, listen, kids, it's taken out of context. What I was saying was young women dress like whores and go to the club. I want a dick rubbed on me
Ryan, we're trying to talk college basketball. If you could just, whatever you want to get into this weekend in Vegas, that's up to you.
If you remember, we were doing a live show from the Palazzo.
Oh, I remember. I was there,
and I was explaining the vibe.
Well, we were just doing
Tao.
We were doing it inside our hotel room. It's not like they invited us. There was no studio.
Well, we have
just
done
brought
live
mics.
We have done live shows from the Palazzo before. When they had that studio,
we did one show there. Yep. Streamed it on Periscope.
Yep.
Shout out.
At least one. Well, then we hosted a party there maybe one time.
Yeah, we had a little I had a little.
Why did they get rid of that spot?
It was a Legacy Stadium, which was kind of a fun hang.
It was a legit like sports bar restaurant that was also the sports book. It was really a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why they got it. Really tremendously dumb idea.
It never. It went away during COVID and then just never came back.
Yeah, but nothing's there still.
No,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
You want to talk about basketball?
Let's go. Let's talk some hoops.
Sorry if I'm a little distracted. I know the audience sometimes likes to get at us for our lack of deep knowledge like Colby over here, but I have been really just getting all lathered up about the Virginia Tech football recruiting situation. So apologies if I make a mistake.
Yeah, Kramer just walks in the every day. We flipped Mudrat. Mudrat is a 5-star linebacker. I haven't seen you excited about Virginia Tech football since Coach Pry, Ryan. It's been
well, they haven't had a recruiting class like this.
Oh yeah, a lot of collecting all the stars.
And he still owes a personal apology to Coach Pry because he's really helped in this scenario. He's doing great things. Still repping the Hokies through and through. So I think at least thing you could do is send him a Christmas card or something, right?
Yeah, come on, Ryan. He helped seal the deal to get Franklin there.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys are attempting to make jokes, but there's some truth to the situation. As I listened to Bud Foster's podcast, shout out to Bud. He's got a weekly show, does it on the radio over there. But he talked about it, and he referred to the importance of Brent Pry in that it allowed James Franklin to trust the transparency we were giving him. AKA he could talk to the last guy who was here, see if it was all bullshit. Anyway, yeah, the recruiting stuff is excellent. Excellent.
No, remember we had Bud on the show and he was talking about how him and Brent Pry would have cocktails or have some beers on the deck on that lake, listening to the Doobie Brothers. So it was a tight family thing. So you owe him an apology, Brent Pry.
I definitely do not.
At least go to the lake and listen to some Doobie Brothers with Coach Pry.
And not to get too deep into football, but you would have been shocked to hear Bud Foster's answer when the host said, "Well, so do you think there's a spot on the staff for Brent Pry?" in James Franklin's Virginia Tech program? And he goes, I think so. I think we could see him be the defensive.
It's a brotherhood, man. It's a fucking brotherhood, man.
We could see. But I mean, you can't do that the first year back.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of success. Tell them enjoy.
Desk back. I'll use the same office.
Anyway.
Same parking pass, same everything.
Yeah, I mean, that would be. I think you gotta take a little time off first. All right, so we got some Friday games with actual numbers.
We got a lot of actual numbers. Majority are actual numbers. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And I was going to say a lot of Saturday games. Not sure if they're actual numbers, but they are actual numbers. Good. I think what Colby said when we were potentially going to reschedule this show and not do it on Thursday, he said, "But the slate is so fire.
I mean,
we have to find a way." Let's start with.
Let me just put it like this. I am going to the ACC football championship game as a guest, as press. You know what I mean? I couldn't give my opinion on last night's show, but they were kind enough to remind me that the championship was going on, and if I wanted to go, since I've been honoring their. And I said, "Hey, yeah, I'm in." Then I accepted, and then I looked at the college basketball slate. Like, oh fuck me, right? So I mean, it's that good of a slate where you're sitting there, you're getting free passes to the ACC championship, and you're thinking, did I make the wrong play here?
They'll have the game on in the press box. Colby with a double flex. First, the Starbucks.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Got noticed at Starbucks and got invited to the ACC championship game by the ACC. You know, Colby loves those neutral site championships.
Oh, he does. That's what he responded.
Hey, at least
neutral site game.
At least it's in Charlotte where they're calling for rain. You know what I mean? Like, look, outside. I'm not a huge Bank of America fan, even though we did beat Virginia Tech. ECU blocked a punt for a touchdown to beat them back in 09. Skip Holtz, legend. But besides that, I'm not a huge fan of the neutral site shit. But if you're gonna do one, you got to do it right, and that is Bank of America Stadium. It's better than some of these other nonsense ones in the Power Five. The Group of Five actually has it right here.
Just dawned on me, Sean. I don't, with the way that James Franklin just recruited in his first 48 hours of recruiting, I don't think that Virginia Tech will ever lose to ECU, UVA, any of these schools.
Well, you know what? You won't. You know why?
I don't think
you know why? It's because you took us off the schedule. You took us off the schedule because we beat you so many times. Even after your little massacre where you let someone come on campus and attack all your people, right?
Your little massacre.
That's very offensive and insensitive of you to bring up like that, Colby. I mean, that was the most disgusting thing ECU ever did. Just completely
couldn't even give him a courtesy win.
Ruin the memory. My God, savages. Friday night, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. We'll be out in Vegas, Sean. Big to do out in Las Vegas this weekend. Amazon's throwing their big reInvent conference. The rodeo's going on, and of course, it's Adam Rosenberg's birthday. So. There will be traffic. It will take time to get Ubers. Gonzaga laying 3.5 at Kentucky. Earlier in the week, I went completely rogue and fired a unreasonably large bet on UConn, defeating Kansas. So I'm feeling extra spicy when it comes to these TMZ matchups here. Colby, Gonzaga laying 3.5 on the road here. Thoughts?
It's semi-neutral, right?
Well, yes, semi-neutral. You might remember last year, Kentucky went to, I believe it was Seattle. It was either Seattle or Spokane, not the kennel. They didn't play it in the kennel. A year ago,
it was where the Sonics used to play, right?
Yeah, I think so. And Kentucky got out of there with a 1-point win. So revenge on the mind here. And really, this is the fascinating story is Kentucky spent the fuck up. Mark Pope, obviously year 2. Calipari, by the way, 1-0 against Kentucky, right? Mm-hmm. And big win last night against Louisville, reminding all these Kentuckians that he can do some things. But Kentucky spent the fuck number 1 payroll in college basketball. And let me tell you, just because you go out and buy this is why sport is always going to win, right? Is you can go buy the roster, right? And sometimes it works if your coach is good enough, if your players are good enough, your scouting is good enough. But sometimes you get a situation like this where the Kentucky Wildcats right now and Mark Pope, I mean, he's got to be under the gun here. I don't think he's on the hot seat yet, but any decent competition they've played, Louisville, first off, stuck it to him. When that happens, remember we saw this, the old folks home of like 7 years ago, there was a big brawl in the old folks home because of the Kentucky Louisville basketball game. That one matters in the state. You lose that one and kind of got their ass whooped, in that game. They go to Sparty. They take on. I'm sorry, that wasn't even at Sparty. That was just taking on Sparty. I think in like Chicago or something. They lost, or maybe it was New York City. They got their ass whooped by Izzo and Sparty, and then Carolina at Rupp battles back and beats you. You've beaten nobody. Your wins are Tennessee Tech, Loyola Maryland. Love the Greyhounds, right? The Nichols, the Nazis of Nichols, and then Valpo and Eastern Illinois. So they got to get some type of win here. Now, the problem is Gonzaga is actually playing great ball. They're 7-1. I can't take Kentucky, man. Gonzaga seems like their team's intact. It's a revenge spot from a year ago. You're not technically, I know I know Big Blue Nation will travel down to Nashville. They'll have a good weekend out of it, but I think Gonzaga is just playing better ball. They're more cohesive right now. You can't just go buy a roster. It takes time to get chemistry. That's the best part about sport, man. Is you think you can just go buy your whole fucking roster. Chemistry still wins at the end of the day.
So they played in the Climate last year. The neutral site game was in the Climate Pledge Arena, which was the arena that was too old for the Seattle Supersonics when they left almost 20 years ago. So quite interesting. They're playing in a hocky arena.
Surprised that's not full of. I'm surprised that's not full of homeless.
That's right.
It's a soup kitchen. They're gonna be.
Yeah, just. I mean, some of those videos are wild. Don't do drugs, kids.
This is interesting.
Are we worried about moisture on the court as this is a hockey arena?
This is interesting because obviously Kentucky hasn't beaten anyone, but isn't this the time where maybe they show up? Neutral spot here, Gonzaga away from home.
I mean, to your point, they're definitely the more desperate team here. But I think it's also a revenge spot.
Yeah,
Gonzaga just got their ass beat.
Yeah, so by 40.
That's the spot.
So you think it was a look ahead spot for Gonzaga to this game?
No, I'm saying that
they lost by 40 to Michigan.
I'm saying you got to respond. Like that's a game they go from winning by 39 to losing by 40. You have to respond here. So whatever you would downgrade Gonzaga for being on the road, being towards the east or at least closer to Kentucky. No, thank you. They're favored for a reason. I'll lay it with Gonzaga.
Yeah, I'll take Gonzaga because of the revenge angle, but I'm a little worried about a desperate Kentucky team here. Because
Colby laid out the case. Are they even good?
No, that's a great point. But their advanced numbers aren't bad. Now, certainly anyone they play that's decent, they've lost. But it does feel like if everyone's on this road favorite, imagine the betting splits. Is anyone betting Kentucky?
Well, I feel like that's my thing would be this. I mean, I get your point. Like normally, I like to take the desperate team in the desperate spot.
Yeah,
but the Zags have a lot of players that were on last year's team that lost in Washington.
And the fact that they just lost by 40 and they have revenge creates enough motivation for Gonzaga. So I'm with you. Take the Zags, lay the 3.
It's a roughly 70-30 split at the Green Book. We don't have data at Circa. So. All right.
I wish I would have because I didn't realize this was a double header. I could have gone out to Nashville, hit the Circa right there in Kentucky, like 45 minutes from Nashville. I mean, that would have been incredible. I might, you know what, guys? FCS National Championships in Nashville on on January 5th, I think 5th.
Road trip.
Maybe that's the thing we do. We go out there and I'll invite you guys. I'm sure you guys don't know what FCS is, but you can come out there. We can hit the Circa, have a great time.
I believe the horse track where the Circa is also a track that has like multiple. It's not an oval. It's like multiple turns. It's very interesting. Certainly would be a fun.
Is it like a labyrinth? What are we talking here?
It's like, think of like a racetrack where like maybe it's like cut in a little bit. It's got multiple left and right turns.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. There's even like a hill in it. It's very strange. 4:30 p.m. we head out to Cincinnati. Is this a okay.
All right.
We head out to Cincinnati. Where Colby's going to tell us how lit it's going to be, rivalry game, et cetera, et cetera.
Take the over on stabbing. This shit always gets wild.
And take the over on dildos thrown at the coach, as Bob Huggins referred to that one. Remember on the radio show? This is before the Burger King incident. He was. I
love how your DUIs named the Burger King incident.
Hey, look, and I'm on Team Huggins there. Like, you didn't know what state you're in, but you know, he's all Burger Kings everywhere.
You don't know what state.
There's too many of these goddamn Burger Kings and everything out there. Another thing I love is being I love being a millionaire and going to Burger King. That's great.
Yeah.
But no, this rivalry, I'll put it like this. As a college basketball junkie, when the schedules start to leak out in August and September, there's really only like 3 or 4 that you jot down. Duke, Carolina, you're waiting for the ACC schedule to come out, which actually comes out last. So normally this is one of the only ones that hits the calendar in those months, because this game, and I think this year it's even better because you got Pitino coming into Xavier. It's his introductory to this rivalry, and Wes Miller at Cincinnati, where he's on the hot seat. They just took a really bad loss as a 22-point favorite to Eastern Michigan 2 games ago. So, this rivalry, I would highly recommend for the, this is a legit, they fucking hate each other rivalry.
Yeah. This is no love lost between these two teams. As far as the game itself, Cincinnati, great defense so far. Advanced numbers have them 4th in the nation in adjusted defensive efficiency. But then again, like, how can you go? Again, Colby, what's the history? My default would just be to take the home team here. Is that crazy?
Well, I mean, yeah, historically, I don't know. I feel like Cincinnati has had the edge historically, but last year Cincinnati only won by 3. Now I got to see the Xavier team. So Xavier's an interesting team because Richard Pitino, son of Rick Pitino, was hired this year, and out the gate they were fucking terrible. Like, they were terrible, right? Like they were lucky to get past Marist. No disrespect to Rick Smits, but then they got just housed by Santa Clara. Santa Clara came into Cincinnati and beat them by like 20 points, right? Iowa stuck it to them. Georgia got them down there in Charleston, right? But in Charleston, in my opinion, is like where the team kind of grew up right before our eyes. And in that Georgia game specifically, they probably should have won that game. Then they beat West Virginia, and since then they've been rolling. So in one way, I feel like he's kind of made some adjustments to his team where they've got them playing pretty good ball. But this, to me, is about the desperation. You hit on it with the Kentucky angle. I think Wes Miller you lose this.
Yeah.
I think your job is terminated. Like, the way you lose to Eastern Michigan, he was already we thought he was fired last year on our show. Like, we thought he was done after last year. They brought him back for that extra year. You lose to Eastern Michigan as a 24-point favorite. And now, and 2 games later, you're taking on Xavier, who's lost to some pretty questionable, and barely got past Lemoyne, who's
it's Pitino's first year in the rivalry.
Yeah,
I don't think you know how to prepare for this game if you haven't played it. So I think inherently there's big edge, and the home court, I'm sure, helps for Xavier. But again, there's going to be a shit ton of Cincinnati fans. That's why these games, there ends up being a ton of fights. So I'm going Cincinnati. What are you doing, Colby?
I'm with Cincinnati. You ever thrown a dildo at anybody?
In a fit of passion, maybe. Kramer, what are you doing?
That's some serious passion. I was just reviewing some of the data. I would say recently Xavier has kind of owned the rivalry. You got to go back to
Burger King Bob, right? And then Mick Cronin. I'm sure, but I would say historically, though, Cincinnati is still the team because they had Oscar Robertson back in the day. I mean, I think they own this rivalry, but not.
I was trying to find the last time Xavier lost at home.
Yeah.
in this rivalry, it was 2001. Kenyon Martin on that team.
I think so.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
Xavier.
That sounds about right. Yeah,
Give me Xavier.
Yeah. I'll stick with Cincinnati.
Simple systems.
I'm sticking with Cincinnati. This is about the desperation spot, but I mean, this is one. This is on TNT, by the way. Shout out to TNT getting into college hoops. They're
doing a good job with that.
They have, man. They've chose some random games, but they've gotten some. They got that Vegas tournament that really worked out. You know, even though the rules were ridiculous, but some of those games were pretty entertaining. I think for some would say, but they. I didn't tune in, man. That, you know, I'm not gonna support the Saudis when it comes to. And you see this next year they're doing a tournament in Dubai. You kidding me?
More college bet. Can we bet on it, Colby? All right.
That I don't know.
I'm on an island, I guess. Xavier Island. It feels like both of you made a mistake already, or this early in the show. 5 p.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Fort Worth, Texas, where TCU takes on Notre Dame. I've seen multiple clips from Notre Dame coaching press conferences this year, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. TCU's laying 6.5 here, Colby. What do we think?
Well, Notre Dame's played good ball. You look at what they did. They just took down Missouri, and maybe that's the press conference you saw. I thought they played Houston decently well out in Vegas, and then one of their losses was tough as at Ohio State. They were up the majority of that game. And then TCU is kind of a similar team. Jamie Dixon out the gate. Remember Master P and New Orleans took them down.
Yeah.
But TCU, man, they went out to San Diego and they handled business, taking down Wisconsin and Florida. They also almost beat Michigan, who's Ken Palm #1, and kind of just breaking records at that. But like this should be a fun game. But I think whatever happened early in the year with TCU, with New Orleans, and with Lamar almost got them down there in Beaumont, Texas. Whatever happened, they turned a corner. So I'm going to take TCU at home against Notre Dame, especially Notre Dame just got to win against Mizzou. They're feeling good. SEC win. You go down to Fort Worth. I think TCU prevails.
Fun stat unrelated to this game, but Michigan's only played 2 home games this year.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they just playing a ton of these? Shit ton of neutral stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. TCU at home. There's no reason not to take it. Notre Dame. Yeah, I don't think Notre Dame's there yet. They're not playing horrible, but they lost at Ohio State. I think this is a much tougher environment for them. So yeah, give me TCU laying the points. Kramer.
Yeah, well, you could argue they're fairly battle tested on the road. You gotta. No, we discussed this earlier in the season with Jamie Dixon. Might be a little too focused on that hair.
Oh, really? You're taking Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that surprising to you?
A little bit. I mean, it's 6.5, but
he's an ACC guy. Remember, Notre Dame's part of the ACC
right.
in basketball, not football, Sean. Basketball. They're part of the ACC. He's
repping the conference.
The ACC SEC challenges happened. Well, all I really care about is how the Hokies took care of business against the Cox.
Hey, reminder, guys, we just launched a partnership with Kalshi. Of course, go over to download the Kalshi app. Toss in that promo code SGPN. Traders will get $20 in their account instantly, and you can trade everything. I'm pulling up the Thursday night football game. You can hop in, trade that live right now over on Kalshi. And again, it's college football, college basketball, sides, totals, props. You can trade everything, even including weird, wacky stuff, politics, entertainment. They really have it all. Download the Kalshi app today. Available in 50 states. So if you are in a state right now in the great states of the United States of America, you can access Kalshi. Use that promo code SGPN so you get that sweet bonus. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you pick sides, totals, and props. There's a ton of college basketball teams out there in general. Obviously, a lot to cover. Of course, College Experience has you covered for a ton of college basketball, but data. You gotta check out Rhythm. Here's a bonus play Rhythm likes. We just talked about Cincinnati Xavier. They like the over 144.5. And again, you can build your own model on Rhythm, or you can just use their plays. 25% off premium with the promo code SGPN25. You can get started for free. You can track your plays. You get a chance to win $1,000 for tracking your college or NFL plays. Download the Rhythm app today. Get started with the promo code SGPN25. RITHMM.
All right. Actually, hopping over to Saturday. Duke, Michigan State. It's a pretty strong Saturday card. Is this a sign that the football season is ramping down?
No, the college basketball is actually smart because they're like, hey, let's not go toe to toe. Like FCS still needs to get this memo when they schedule every playoff game at the same time.
Yeah, it does seem like they're taking advantage of the lighter college football slate.
They're smart too, and what they've done, and this honestly has been a recent development. This has not been like 5 years ago. They've been loading up on Fridays, and now they're transitioning that to Saturdays. So, credit to whoever is in charge of these conferences, making these decisions. Wow. I would assume, or the TV execs. Something.
Colby
Colby applauding TV execs, Ryan.
Wow. I still watch, Knight Rider or Baywatch or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Big Hasselhoff guy. All right, dude.
He's a good musician. He's a good musician, guys. You call his music.
Colby celebrates his entire catalog,
including that video in Vegas where he's pissed drunk and his bastard daughters.
Him eating a hamburger.
No, that was at a hotel in Vegas, and his bastard daughters are filming him. Guy can't get shit loaded and have a burger. I mean, come on.
Colby liking Hasselhoff because he's a good musician is like the Hitler's a great public speaker defense. Duke, Michigan State in East Lansing. Michigan State, is this a real number, Colby? Laying 1.5.
This is a real number, and okay. Remember, if you subscribe to the College Basketball Experience, I got to ask John Shire about this game because he said, "Man, we're playing 2 away games this year, non-conference." And he was not very fond of that. So I dug into that. I said, well, why are you, what's going on here? Why? Because the other one was at Army where they were 30-point favorites, right?
Yeah, that's not a road game. Come on.
Yeah, and they were honoring Coach K and everything. So I said, well, why? And he goes, well, during COVID, we needed, scheduling was a problem. And Michigan State was said they're down to come to Durham. And he goes, obviously I wasn't the head coach then, but They hit us back. They hit us back saying you owe us a game, and he was and he goes, we owe him a game, and he goes, but he basically implied by his answer this will never happen again. Wow. But we are going to East Lansing. Coward. Yeah, and that's I feel like that's all the reason you need, right? Yeah, especially the way Duke pulled out the dub the other day, right?
Well, and I think they're on a bit of a winning streak, nation's second longest winning streak at 9 games. I think the obvious is that I love how Izzo's not a pussy.
Did you see? This is really.
I love
funny.
how he's not a pussy.
Did you see they have like a laptop set up with the photo of each ref for Tom Izzo with their name, and then they even had like a cheat sheet. It was like old black guy Rodney, guy with gray hair Tony. Like he has a cheat sheet, so when he knows who to yell at when he's yelling at the refs, it's all timer.
Yeah, that's like the Jim Nantz toast card.
Yeah. That being said, this is a smash play for Michigan State at home.
It is a smash play, and what I love in like this day and age, I don't know that we felt this way about Izzo 20 years ago or 10 years ago even, but the fact that more and more the sport changes, you get him going out on a limb. I mean, he was defending Jonathan Smith, who their football. He's like, you only gave him 2 years, you fire him. He every week he's getting a soundbite here about, hey, the portal. Oh yeah, I got my opinion on the portal. He's doing it against the grain. Yeah, and I love it. I think to me, Sparty, look at them. They're 8-0 right now, and this isn't a phony 8-0. They've stuck it to Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, they usually don't start.
They don't peak till late.
Yeah,
usually.
This is.
So I don't know. Maybe they'll fall apart late, but right now they're playing awesome basketball.
I will say, circle the next game because at Penn State is their first.
Be a letdown.
It's their first true road game too. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm with you. Let's take Michigan State in this one.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, this is a good.
And if you want to diving into the matchup, it does appear like the 3-point line will be where it's won or lost. Next up, Colby has never seen this Dayton logo in my entire life, and he pairs it with the UVA Goatsy edition. UVA laying 5.5 here against the Flyers. Colby,
we're having a renaissance. We're having.
Oh wait, where is this?
This is in Charlotte. This is in Charlotte, which actually had me thinking, gosh, man, I was gonna like White Tiger and Wifey. We're gonna come to. I was gonna get the hotel there in Charlotte.
Oh.
But now,
so you do a football basketball doubleheader?
Well, no, I didn't know this, and now that I'm learning this, I feel like maybe I drop off the weight. You know what I mean, at the house.
Cut the dead weight.
And hit this Dayton, Virginia game. But look, one of the things
shopping malls, just slide some cash into the pocket, and be like, honey, I'll be back in a little bit.
See if you can find a dinner. Starbucks. Maybe someone else will recognize White Tiger. This game, though, very intriguing to me because the A10 guys, the A10. I know you guys been doing your NFL, your little TMZ shit right now, right, with college hoops. The A10 is pretty fire this year, and it's been a minute. It's been a minute, man, because conference realignment. Remember, Xavier used to be in the A10. You used to have Virginia Tech used to be in the A10. The A10 is playing really good basketball this year, man. This is kind of a breakthrough year for them, and it's not only Dayton, it's GW, it's George Mason, it's Davidson. It's they're firing on all cylinders right now. Dayton's pretty battle tested. Then you have Virginia. How about what Ryan Odom's done quickly in Charlottesville? They're no longer that defensive team, that's only going to score 56 points a game. They went to Austin last night, won by 20 against Texas in the SEC ACC Challenge. This is quite the fast. I don't know why the hell it's played in Charlotte. I was curious why the hell it's playing in Charlotte.
I like Dayton here because it's not a true home spot for Virginia, and they're coming off that massive win on the road. It's a semi-neutral for Virginia, I guess, but I don't know.
But hang on, because Virginia is playing in the ACC championship at night.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so they'll have some fans then.
I mean, beautiful accident that happened right there, right? I mean, that kind of makes the handicap, because I was with you, Sean. I was like, give me Dayton all day, but I was like, I'm wondering what this crowd will be. I'm still going to take Dayton though, because I think Anthony Grant and Dayton are great as a dog. When he's favored is when I like to fade him. Virginia coming off a win at Texas.
Yeah,
give me the Flyers to stay within that number.
Virginia fans don't have the energy to do two sports in one day.
Their arms are exhausted from carrying those torches.
There's 0% chance that's going to fly. Yeah, no, I mean, look, I'm not going to back Virginia right now is in shambles. They see what just happened to the recruiting class of I think UVA might be inside the top 80 in recruiting. Now that Virginia Tech's going to recruit well, this is like college football becomes so much more fun.
Well, did you hear about Chandler Morris though? He's in his 7th year. He's applying for an 8th.
Nice.
Watch out! Watch out, Hokies! Watch out, Hokies! You might have an 8-year quarterback going against you next year.
All right, good luck. I mean, I don't know if you've seen all these 4-stars they got walking in the building.
Look out! So everyone's on Dayton plus 5.5.
Obviously,
okay, very obvious.
I mean, no one wants to take Virginia.
No.
Oh, Colby with the back-to-back Goatsy edition. Iowa State this time taking on Purdue. Purdue laying 4.5. 9 a.m. on the left coast. This one is in West Lafayette.
Something's got to give, right? 2 undefeated teams. This is one where Purdue's laying 5.5 currently.
Oh, I just feel like 5.5 now.
I see 5.5 now.
Okay.
I mean, this is a great game.
I'm addicted to fading Purdue. Maybe just
not now though. No, not the regular season.
I know this is when they shine, but it's so fun to be on the opposite side of Purdue. But they are at home. Their offense is amazing, defense pretty good. But then on the other side, you're giving this Iowa State team points. Like this is a massive get up spot for them. I don't know, Colby. Is there anything I'm over? I'm inclined to just take Iowa State in the points because I think they're going to be able to hang around. But what do you make of this game?
Well, the big thing is Lipsy, their guard, is game time decision for Iowa State. So he didn't play. He didn't play against what was it, Alcorn the other night. Just with him not being 100%, I think you got to consider. And the fact this is on campus. Remember, Iowa State's played a lot of these neutral games. Sometimes these neutral games have been creeping into the sport at a crazy rate. And I think when you adjust and you then have to go to a legit home environment, there's nothing like it. So I think Purdue's the play. Despite historically, I hate laying points with Painter as a favorite.
Yeah.
But I think this is the spot. This is the spot to do it.
First true road game.
Yeah.
I'm taking Iowa State. I think they got this team. This Iowa State team is really good. I think they can keep this to 1 or 2 buckets. So
you're breaking
5.5. That's your rule.
You don't take a team. I mean, the home team's going to dictate the pace. Purdue's going to slow it down.
That's fine. Slow it down. That makes 5.5 points that much more valuable.
That's not how Iowa State wants to play.
Okay.
I know ball. And you took a team that doesn't shoot the free throw well. Come on, Sean. You're not in mid-season form.
No.
Marquette.
No, you missed the whole free throw thing. The free throw matters if you're a big dog trying to cover. Now that would qualify.
Free throw matters all the time, Sean.
Okay.
Always. It's in the commandments.
You're the master of Sean's systems.
It's in the commandments. You're doing all sorts of wrong right now. 11 a.m. on Saturday. We're heading to Madison, Wisconsin for Marquette versus the Badgers. Badgers laying 10. Colby.
Well, Sean Jones, the Marquette guard's a game time decision, and that is important because let me tell you, Marquette has been trash this season. They're 5-4, guys, and let me tell you, they needed overtime to beat Valpo the other night. They've lost pretty much every big test. Maryland, but the buzzsaw when he came back to Milwaukee.
Yes.
Dayton, Oklahoma, Indiana beat him by 30 in Chicago. I feel like, but I'll say this: back to the Anthony Grant thing. Old VCU coaches, once they graduate, whether it's Will Wade, whether it's Anthony Grant, whether it's Shaka Smart, they're great dogs, man.
Yeah.
You're getting 10 points. All 3 of those coaches, I feel like when they're getting points, when they're favored is when you worry. Wisconsin's played great this year, but Wisconsin just beat Northwestern, first Big Ten game, letdown spot, maybe a little bit. I don't know, because this is an in-state battle. Marquette did beat them by 14 a year ago. But give me the points in these Golden Eagles. Pay attention to the Sean Jones injury or situation though, because we need him to play. If that is one where you could see a Benedict situation there, Green.
Right.
But give me Garnett.
We're already aware of your Benedict situation and throwing us off your college football, the Picks team and teaming up with your brother and leaving us in the dust.
Yeah. Me and NC Nick we've been in talks. Been in talks.
Yeah. Like Lane Kiffin, he's always chasing the bag.
Oh, please. We need that picture of Lane, like with that evil smile. And
you just need Colby getting on the private jet.
I want AI to
leaving
turn that into Colby. So just to confirm, you're both taking Marquette.
Yeah.
The team that's going to maybe be without their one of their players.
Yep.
And is playing their
but
first
he's
true
been
road
out, man.
game.
He's been out. He hasn't played since November 9th. So I think if he comes back, that'll be like, it's like Willis Reed style, the Rocky Balboa shit, No,
it's their first road game. Give me Wisconsin.
Marquette plus 10. Too many points.
11:15 a.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Indy for Louisville, laying 5.5 against the Hoosiers. Colby.
This is interesting because Louisville just got beat down by Arkansas in the ACC SEC Challenge when they were in Fayetteville, and Indiana just got beat down at the barn by Minnesota. So this is kind of intriguing. Both teams they were undefeated just before last night. So, yeah, to me, the fact that this is not in Bloomington, we still know this is going to be a very, very pro Indiana crowd. We obviously know. So Indiana fans can do this. They got this in the daytime. They got the Big Ten championship at night.
Yeah.
Right across the right there.
Hell of a night. Hell of a day.
All right. So, but I almost would say this. We've kind of alluded to this, but there is an element of, I know that there are Indiana fans that love basketball, but they kind of have this hot new girlfriend named football.
Yeah.
And I don't know how lit the India. I feel like Louisville will have the crowd here. A little worried about that.
But this is like 5 hours before the other game, dude.
I know, but I just think people are they're so locked in on this.
I think this is just going to be a great game, and 5.5 points is way too much for Louisville to lay on the neutral here, where they might not have the crowd.
It's Louisville, and I'll lay it.
I'll take
Kramer's
the points. I think they will have the crowd.
Yeah,
they will have the crowd. The hotels are all
Hoosier
booked
basketball.
Up. Yeah, let's go. What are you talking about?
Get a shrimp cocktail and head over and watch the Big Ten.
Louisville isn't about to win the conference for the first time in 50 years in football. Ohio State, Northwestern, 11 a.m. on the West Coast. I don't think have we talked about either one of these teams this year, Colby? I don't think so. What are we doing here?
Chris Collins is a great basketball coach. He's got Northwestern playing at an unbelievable level. They just took a loss the other night to Wisconsin. But besides that, I had been so impressed by their season thus far. They lost to Virginia in a tight one. They lost to OK State in Chicago. But man, I don't think you realize how bad Northwestern was before Chris Collins. Ohio State on the other side of things, man, like we mentioned that Notre Dame game earlier, they got very fortunate, I thought, to get that game. They have been cheap on the paying front. They're 6-1, but I'm saying like we know when Holtman left and they went with Diebler cookies there. I thought they could have got a lot of other great coaches, especially knowing Ohio State, man. I mean, they were in the Natty back in the mid 2000s. I think this is all Northwestern. They just lost at Wisconsin and they kind of got beat down. Get up spot, Ohio State, I think still a little bit of fool's gold. Give me Northwestern and Chris Collins.
Are you saying
call me Gus Chiggins? I'm falling for that fool's gold. Great Gus Chiggins reference if you get it. Ohio State gets, very good at the line, almost 80%, and Northwestern is a team that'll put you at the line. If we're talking the spread where it's 1.5, I think hitting a couple free throws literally will make the difference. Give me Brutus and Ohio State. Kramer, what are you doing? Break the tie here.
I think the tie should be. So we're not violating first road game because they did just lose on the road. So I could take Ohio State, but I will take Northwestern.
Do you see how Ohio State lost on the road too? Was it like a half court?
Yeah, they both. That was pretty. It popped up on the old TMZ ESPN top 10. So yeah,
oh, wow.
Of course we saw that.
Wow.
Silly question.
Of course you're watching that.
You got to take in your sports through the easiest method possible. Noon in Blacksburg. Appreciate you bringing the Hokies to the show for the first time.
Yeah, and the Virginia Tech logo does look like a testicle. I mean, come on. Look at that thing. That's a scrotum. That is not a warbird.
It also looks like a warbird. George.
I guess it can't be both.
George Mason catching 4.5 here against the Hokies. Mike Young, James Franklin already getting along. Hopefully maybe James Franklin can help with recruiting in basketball as well. That would be great. Although I have no complaints right now because they have guys dunking. Like when you watch a Virginia Tech highlight now, they're running like pick and roll, dunks are happening, guys are flushing 3-pointers. Love this team, Colby. This team.
Let's talk for a bit here because I do love this team too. Virginia Tech, that is. Toby Lawal's been out, right? You guys lost 2 of your games when Toby Lawal's been out. He's a game time decision with a bum ankle, right? We don't know if he's playing, but man, you got to love this Virginia Tech Hokie team. On the other side, man, Tony Skinn, the former guard that took George Mason to the Final Four, Jimmy Larinaga guy, obviously. He's got George Mason 9-0. Virginia Tech lost to the other little brother without Toby Lawal. VCU, and I will say shout out to VCU for reminding Virginia Tech that you haven't played him in like 12 years. Why? They've been trying to. You guys just don't pick up the phone call. Huh?
Oh boy, here we go.
It's like ECU all over again on basketball. You do this shit too. Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. They were down in the Caribbean. Those games down in the islands don't count.
Once you get to international waters, they don't count, right?
We had, I mean, domestic games only.
Look, I especially knowing Toby Lawal is a game time decision. Little brother gets up for this shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm all over George Mason, man,
and they're live on the money line. Give me George Mason.
Yes,
too much buzz about James Franklin, the football team.
I think there's going to be a lot of buzz in this building. I think that you are going to have. I mean, they're coming off a very nice win in overtime against the Cox. A turkey versus a rooster. I guess the turkey won. Yeah, I'm obviously on my Hokies. This is this is the best combination of a recruiting class and a basketball team I've ever witnessed.
I think what he's trying to say is Alvadalis. How do I pronounce his first name? Yeah, Neo.
Just say Neo.
This Alvadalis. Yeah. That dude is a very talented guy. Like one of the better players in college basketball, and he's complete too. That's the thing. The only thing I would question is maybe his footwork defensively, but man, everything else, man, he went for 13, 8 and 8 against South Carolina. I know most people think that's not a great game compared to NBA standards, but 13, 8 and 8 in college is fucking a great day. Yeah.
Yeah. He controls the entire offense. And I think the difference is that even when he's out, they have guys that can pick up the slack. And he's going to be in the NBA. So maybe he's not super concerned about the defensive footwork.
Fair.
All right. Baylor, Memphis, 1:30 p.m. on the West Coast. This is in Memphis. Baylor laying 1.5. Oh, look at these logos. I feel like these are from the same art period, late 1700s, maybe. Memphis home dog, Colby.
I mean, I was a bit surprised at this number, weren't you?
That they're
Memphis is 3-4. Now, don't get me wrong. Memphis, obviously, Penny Hardaway can bring in talent. His team's talented. They probably should have won some of these games. Like the Wake Forest game was ridiculous. Wake Forest wins at the buzzer on like a full Bryce Drew. They pass the ball, Leitner style, 80 yards or 80 feet, whatever. And then just a very fortunate win for Wake Forest. But that UNLV game was not fluky. UNLV stuck it to them. The Purdue game, okay. Memphis really impressed me in the Purdue game. So it's been a weird year for Memphis. They're 3-4. It seems like they have like major problems when it's a close game. And Baylor on the other side, 6-1. So why is this the line? You know what I mean? So I think you have to take Memphis. This is their moment to get back on the radar of the college basketball committee and everything. I know it's early, but I'm saying like they're going to look back at this and say, okay, they got a great win against a Baylor team. So I think Memphis is the play. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I cannot take Memphis. Memphis is stuck in auto fade for me. Give me Baylor. I know it's.
Colby brings up a great point.
Colby brings up a good angle on it being a trappy spot for them, but
they just took down Master P.
Yes,
they did.
I mean, that's.
They made him say, but.
And Sean, real quick, how many away games has Baylor played?
3.
0. No, 0 real away games. It's an easy system. It carries me all the way into like mid-December. Some of these games. Give me Memphis. I'm with Colby.
Hey, shout out to Novig. If you signed up with Novig, if not, what are you waiting for? Use the promo code SGPN. Spend $5, get $50 when you use the promo code SGPN. Available in a bunch of states. Novig's got you covered. Prediction market. Again, they got sides, totals, picks, props. They got a ton of ways for you to get in the game, get some action. Who doesn't want some action? Colby picking every college football game, every college basketball game. Plenty of time, plenty of ways to cash in on Novik.
Some skin in the game, like the skin of that turkey's neck.
Yes, great comparison, and it definitely looks like pure skin. There's no meat or bones in that thing at all. Who wants Vig? No one does. No Vig. Promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by our good buddies over at Underdog Fantasy. Head over to Underdog Fantasy. Start building some pick'em entries. Went up to 5,000 extra money if you're a maniac. Load it up. And again, you get in there. New customers play $5. Get $100 in bonus funds. Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SGPN.
All right. Home stretch. if you're watching Thursday Night Football, they have already gone to an offensive lineman in the passing game once.
Jamison Williams scores the first touchdown.
That's no fun.
Cashes my anytime touchdown that I gave out on the props show. You're welcome, America.
Congrats.
Although maybe he stepped out.
First touchdown's no fun though.
No,
if that's the case, I think he did get it. It looked like he got in. Colorado State. This one's being played in Fort Collins, where they used to call them Colorado A&M. And that's the logo you're seeing right there from if you're watching on YouTube.
He stepped out.
Nice, he did step out. Fort Collins, also beautiful spot to hang out for an afternoon. 2 p.m. -3.5 for the Rams. Colby.
I mean, great story going on here in just in general in college basketball. Tad Boyle's bunch, Colorado was not projected to be very good, but he's got this team playing ball. Man, they're undefeated. They just went out to Palm Springs, won that tournament. They're growing up. They're a very young team, incredibly young team. Isaiah Johnson has had double figures, 7 of his 8 games for the Buffs. Colorado State, remember that? Like we saw Minnesota Storm last night at the Barn. Nico Medved, their coach from last year, that went in March and should have beat Maryland when there was a travel, right? He went home to his home state of Minnesota, and Ali Farouk Manesh took over at the head coaching spot. You might remember him, guys. I know he had that game winner for Northern Iowa in March Madness against Kansas, where I think we weren't hanging out, but I think we were all in Vegas for that when that crazy 3-pointer against Kansas. I know I was at the Bellagio, I think then, watching that one, but he is the head coach of Colorado State. He was an assistant the past few years at Colorado State. He's really got out the gate. It was a lot similar to Medved last year, where they were struggling first couple weeks. Man, they went down to what Cayman Islands or wherever it was, Bahamas, played really well. I think we got a storm watch going on here, man. I think Colorado State's going to get the Buffs first real road lit environment here in Fort Collins. As much as I love the Buffs, they're young, they're inexperienced. Colorado State's waiting for them. I think they storm.
Yeah, I'm with you. This Colorado team is good, but they're undefeated. Colorado State's at home. Colorado State is laying the number, but Colorado State 81% from the line. Colby laid out a bunch of other good reasons. Give me Colorado State.
2010 was in Vegas. There was a second round matchup, like a 1-9 or 1-8.
What was Colby doing at the Bellagio in 2010?
Yeah. Not staying there, watching there. All right.
Look at this guy,
Sean. You would probably remember the visual as they wore very much baggier jerseys back then, and it's a white guy, baggy ass purple shorts, just drill kind of like a quickly get the ball up the court, drill the 3. But I definitely remember being in Vegas for this as well. All right,
dude, he was nasty that game. Really, the whole tournament. He was a dude that was just firing threes nonstop.
Yeah, it's one of the best things about the tournament is everyone gets introduced to some random kid on a random team. I mean, back then, Northern Iowa, that was not many of their games were on TV back then, all the way back 15 years ago. 3 p.m. on the West Coast. Wake Forest taking on West Virginia. Be careful. A man that looks like that Wake Forest logo should not walk through the woods of West Virginia unaccompanied. -1.5 for the Mountaineers, Colby.
This one's interesting because this is in Charleston, West Virginia, right?
It's another semi-neutral game.
Wait, is there a Charleston, West Virginia, and then there's a Charlestown, West Virginia? I'm so confused, right? Charlestown has the racetrack and the casinos in that strip club that everyone's been to.
Yeah. So this is they're playing in the Charlestown Coliseum.
So this is Charlestown or Charleston?
Charleston, West Virginia.
Yeah, I got okay. That matters to me. I mean, dude, Charlestown is to me debauchery. I've seen that before, but I don't know about Charleston. Wake Forest coming off a really embarrassing loss to Oklahoma. What's up?
I was just trying to even figure out what this building is used for. and it seems like currently it's being used for state like it's just high school state championships.
Why play this?
What's the capacity of Charleston Coliseum?
Let's see here. It's 30,000 square seating for 3,400.
3,400?
Yeah.
All right. What are you watching? What are you sweating?
Oh no, 13,000. 13,000.
Gottlieb and Green Bay just blew us 4-point lead with 1 minute left, and I have Green Bay getting a point and a half, and they just Robert Morris just made a layup with 2.5 seconds left. We're at a timeout as Green Bay is fumbling like I said, by the way, Gottlieb's got these boys playing this year despite this outcome here. So watch out for Gottlieb.
Oh, he's going to be so annoying if things get going good.
So what are we doing here?
Well, yeah, I'm going to take, so you got Boss Hodge, head coach of West Virginia. He's after those Dukes, but they're an interesting team because they're a defensive team. It's basically they're fourth best defensive rated team in the country, but offensively they're a mess to 162nd. Wake Forest, Steve Forbes, man, I feel like he loses a lot of these fringe games, but I think he's in the desperate spot. He might not make it to next season. They just lost at home to Oklahoma, and that was an ass whooping. I think Wake Forest is going to get him here. So give me Wake Forest. Now, I still expect this to be a very pro WV crowd, but
yeah, I'll go Wake here, but I'm a little worried because West Virginia is good at pounding the boards there, good at defense or like good defensively. Yeah, a little nervous, but I'll take Wake in the get up spot. Kramer, what are you doing?
Agreed. You can also point out that they're dreadful at the free throw.
Who?
West Virginia.
Oh yeah. Well, anything offensively, they're horrible.
Yeah, mostly. If it involves shooting the basketball, they're not very good at that.
No,
but
No.
And they do take a decent amount of free throws, so
bad strategy.
could be a sloppy situation. Ole Miss, St. John's in the Garden. Patino looking dapper as always, laying 10.5. Colby.
Well, Chris Beard and Ole Miss have been trash this year, but Patino has actually struggled. They went out and spent, I think they've like maybe the second or third highest payroll in all of college. I can't believe fucking Robert Morris. So, but Gottlieb just lost.
Oh no!
But
bum.
I don't know if you caught Ole Miss the previous game where they just got owned by Miami. Miami came into Oxford and just whooped them wire to wire. In the presser, it was a coach and a player, and they're talking. And man, Chris Beard kind of intervened on a question to the player and just said, "Hey, we're gonna switch players.
Yeah,
if we're gonna be this lazy, we're gonna switch players." So it seems like a get up spot in that regard.
Oh yes,
but at the same time,
it was even worse than that because the reporter
yeah.
was saying, "Hey, what can you guys do different?" And he starts saying, "Well, I don't know." And he goes, "Oh, we can do something different. We can play different players."
Yeah,
we can. And so it seemed like he was taking like direct shots at the guy that was talking.
Yeah, I like Ole Miss catching 10.5. I think you're going to get a much better effort, foot up the ass, and St. John's
at the Garden too. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, St. John's, sure, but I don't know. I mean, they haven't looked dominant. You look at the good teams they've played: Iowa State, Baylor, Auburn, Alabama. I mean, obviously another class level, but I don't know if this is necessarily a spot where it's a smash spot for St. John's. So I'll take Ole Miss. Too many points.
First road game.
Colby,
St. John's.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Ole Miss too. I mean, look, one of the things that's been shocking to me about, and we can even take a picture of this and bring it back in like a month or two. They're 130th St. John's is in defense. They went out specifically.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Dude, Rick Pitino, he literally might die if they stay at 130. That's just not going to work. For a Pitino coach team to be 130, no way. So
Ken Palm has them at 29 for what it's worth. for defense.
I mean, I guess it depends on the.
Well, the area they're dreadful is the boards on the defensive side, and so maybe that's dragging down the conventional ratings. They've also been pretty bad defending the 3-point line, which those are two things that usually Patino's teams do well. But
I think Ole Miss is going to get up. It's at the Garden. They try to stay in this game, especially but it is hilarious because you have two great coaches, defensive minded coaches, that are completely pissed at their teams.
Yeah.
So. Give me Ole Miss to stay within that number, but kind of fascinated by this one.
Yeah, no. Good luck, Ole Miss first road game. Fade them. Illinois, the Fighting Illini, taking on Tennessee in Nashville. Tennessee laying 2.5. What was I was just watching highlights of them losing to someone. Was it who's Syracuse?
Syracuse, and they stormed.
Yes.
They stormed.
Storm.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, you know why? Because it was the first road game. That's why it was a nice spot for Syracuse. Colby, what are we doing here?
Well, this is not in Knoxville. It's in Nashville. It's the second header. You know, like I said, it's a double header between that and the what was the first game? The Kentucky Gonzaga game. Look, I'm gonna take. I know Moneyline Mac does not care for Team Europe, but Team Europe, I think, is better than Tennessee right now. The crowd will be all Tennessee, but I'll take the European Nationals against Tennessee.
But you don't think this is a bounce back spot for Tennessee? I do like taking teams who got stormed on the next game.
Well, that's fair, but Illinois just lost to UConn by 13. So yeah.
I guess they're both coming off bad losses. Maybe it balances out. All right, I'll take Illinois.
Well, if you remember last year, too, Tennessee won in Champaign at the buzzer. So I think
good revenge spot.
Even though Team Europe, they weren't there.
They need to smoke cigarettes and drink little coffees on the sideline and stuff. Any of the guys wear berets on the sideline?
It's just so funny when you toss this question to Mac. He's like, these Europeans. I'm sick of these Europeans here. Right?
Mac's a true American.
Yeah,
he's a true American.
I'm on these Europeans. They're all like 25. I think that's your angle here. Is Team Europe is a little bit old.
Yeah, I think that matters. I think until they figure it out, having a team full of old guys, especially earlier in the year, going to matter. Give Discord Tennessee. I'm on the Illini with you guys.
Let's roll.
Last
Illinois.
one, Auburn, Arizona, 7 p.m. on the left coast. This one's in Tucson. Arizona laying 7.5. Colby.
I mean, has there been a better story in college basketball this year than Arizona? If there is, it's probably Bruce Pearl's son, who's kind of gone through the gauntlet. They took down the Pussy Pack last week, right? They took down last night, right? They took down Oregon and Dana Altman. They lost by 1 to Kelvin Sampson in Houston. They've been very impressive. They also got St. John's and Rick Pitino out in Vegas. Yeah. So they have some good wins. But come on, McHale Center. This is on campus.
First Arizona road game for Auburn.
Great angle, Sean.
Thank you.
Great angle.
No, I'm with you. This Arizona's gonna run it up. I mean, Auburn's been a fun story, but come on, this Arizona team's legit good. Yeah. Give me Arizona. Kramer.
Yeah. First road game for Auburn.
All right,
that's the story.
Well, no, the story is also it's not a tournament game for Arizona because they're great in the regular season.
Yeah.
Under Tommy Lloyd, like he kills it in the regular season. It's just the tournament where he struggles.
All right, let's close it out with 3 locks and a dog. Colby, what do you like?
Let's go to the videotape and lock up. Actually, dude, I think Colorado State's going to get the Buffs. I think the energy of that building is going to be too much for the young team. So give me CSU. I will also jump in on let's go Purdue -5.5 against Iowa State.
Okay.
And then Kentucky's got to prove it to me. Give me Gonzaga -3.5 against those Wildcats. The dog. You done fucked up when you put George Mason on the schedule, buddy.
Oh, stop.
You done fucked up when you put George Mason on the schedule.
This is targeted. It's a setup.
Look, and Sean, we should do a parlay of Dayton and George Mason.
Love it.
Money line.
Yes.
Yeah. George Mason's going into Blacksburg. They're not healthy all the way. They're excited about Franklin. They're not thinking about basketball too much. Mason gets it.
All right. So here's what I'm looking at. Step number 1, Michigan State. Come on. Tom Izzo guy right here. Step number 2.
That does seem like an easy lock.
Colorado State -3.5. Colby laid out a great handicap. I'm going to hop on board that. George Mason +4.5. I'm with Colby. I think they're live on the money line, but I'll take him catching the 4.5. And Dayton on the money line, and I will be on a Dayton George Mason money line parlay with Colby. Kramer, what do you got?
Yeah, the Michigan State one. Colby's anecdote about Shire being a huge pussy and Tom Izzo not being a pussy, although it is not their true first road game because, like Colby said, they went up to West Point to honor Coach K. Also notable, Iowa State first road game. Give me Purdue laying 5.5, and I think we also go with the Auburn angle. Give me Arizona laying 7.5.
Yeah, it's a solid one. What's your money line dog, Ryan? Do you have any dogs?
Just kind of poking around the card, seeing what my options are. I could fade UVA, who's in shambles because they see how well James Franklin recruited, only having 48 hours. Or I could take the old. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take Dayton money line.
Let's go.
Although what do you call them? The Europeans of Illinois.
That's good.
I think they're a pretty good option as well.
Hey, appreciate you tuning in. Toss us answering all the questions over on Spotify. Toss us 5 stars while you're over there. And of course, we'll be back. Kramer and I, 7:00 Pacific, 10:00 East over on VSIN, channel 158, Sirius XM, YouTube TV, or the VSIN Watch app. And of course, check out the College Experience, all things College Experience, football and basketball. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second Money Green. He's Ryan.
Colby's going to look foolish with that George Mason pick.
Kramer, let it ride.
I'm wet.